to wait for it to get to be 9:30, so thank you, everyone. Hey, good morning, everyone. Everybody staying warm? Yeah? If you're not, just add another layer. This is the regular meeting of the Polk County Board of Supervisors for December 3rd. And again, good morning. Erica, if you will please call the roll.
McCoy?
Here.
Brownell?
Here.
Hawkinsmith?
Here.
Van Ort?
Here.
Connolly?
Here.
Special claims?
None.
Action on the bill list as submitted by the county auditor. Roll call.
What move minutes?
Oh, we gotta do the minutes first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Move the minutes.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, please. Thank you.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. No special claims. Action on the bill list as submitted by the county auditor. Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Motion carries. Public hearings.
Number 5, resolution approving vacation of portions of roads in Farrar, Iowa.
Is proof of publication on file.
Yes.
Anyone here to speak regarding this public hearing? Anyone? Seeing no one, we will close the public hearing and bring it back for a motion.
I'll move it. Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell? Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Second public hearing.
Number 6, resolution approving certification of weed assessment.
Proof of publication on file.
Yes.
Anyone here to speak? The weed commissioner, does he need to speak today? Okay, he says no. If there's no one here to speak, I will close public hearing and bring it back for a motion.
Resolution. Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell? Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Permits.
7, renewal Class C retail alcohol license for the Kearney Tap, 7010 Northeast 14th Street, Ankeny.
Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Did we miss public comment?
Yes.
Not posted.
Is it coming up? Anyone here to
No.
speak before the board? Public comments? Seeing none, we will move to resolutions.
Number 8, resolution approving Cervetti Wetland Project right of entry and temporary construction easement agreement. Number 9, resolution approving a sanitary sewer extension agreement with Western Montana Land and Cattle Company to serve property in Delaware Township. Number 10, resolution approving final plat of Webb Family Estates Plat 2. Number 11, resolution authorizing auditor's office to publish notice of public hearing on December 17th for proposed transfer of a portion of East Southside Drive. Number 12, resolution approving cooperative public service agreement with the City of Grimes for the resurfacing of Northwest 121st Street. Number 13, resolution approving certification of curbit assessments. Number 14, resolution approving the release of a lien on 7053 Northwest Fisher Lane, Ankeny. And number 15, resolution approving release of restrictive covenant.
Resolutions collectively. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions regarding any of these resolutions? Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Moving on.
Numbers 16 and 17 are resolutions approving contracts with Fexsteve Limited for lead hazard repairs at 314 56th Street and with Fab Rehab for lead hazard repairs at 809 Guthrie Avenue. And number 18, resolution approving release of mortgage for 3809 Adams Avenue.
Move those resolutions.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments, questions? Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes.
Number 19, resolution approving quote from Police Legal Sciences for annual sworn police officer online training. And number 20, resolution approving Midwest HIDTA sub-award recipient agreement.
Move the resolutions. Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Van Ort.
Yes.
Numbers 21 and 22 are resolutions approving position modifications in the Behavioral Health and Disability Services Department and the Public Health Department. And number 23, resolution approving weather emergency for non-essential employees policy update.
Move those resolutions, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or comments regarding? Roll call, please.
McCoy,
Yes.
Brownell,
Yes.
Hawkinsmith,
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Van Ort.
Yes.
Number 24, resolution approving December 2024 manufactured home abatement.
Move it.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
McCoy,
Yes.
Brownell,
Yes.
Hawkinsmith,
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Van Ort.
Yes.
Number 25, resolution approving the purchase of tax sales certificates.
I'll move the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions, comments? Roll call.
McCoy,
Yes.
Brownell,
Yes.
Hawkinsmith,
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Yes.
Number 26, resolution approving agreement for services between Polk County on behalf of the Central Iowa Workforce Development Area and Iowa Workforce Development on behalf of the Central Iowa Core Partners Consortium. Number 27, resolution appointing individuals to serve as Polk County's representative on various boards and commissions. And number 28, resolution approving funding to the City of Urbandale for the demolition of the structure located at 10841 Douglas Avenue.
Move those resolutions collectively.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or comments? Roll call, please, Erica.
McCoy,
Yes.
Brownell,
Yes.
Hawkinsmith,
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Van Ort.
Yes.
Number 29, resolution approving community development grant for the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines fiscal agent for Des Moines Area Regional Transit Authority. Number 30, resolution approving a community development grant for Des Moines Park and Recreation Foundation fiscal agent for the City of Des Moines. And number 31, resolution approving community sponsorship awards.
Move the resolutions.
Second.
Se-
Moved and seconded. Questions or comments? Roll call.
McCoy,
Yes.
Brownell,
Yes.
Hawkinsmith,
Yes.
Connolly,
Yes.
Van Ort.
Yes. And we do have a 31A.
31A, resolution approving authority of the Public Works Director to sign and bind Polk County to contracts under $50,000 through July 1st, 2025.
Move.
I'll move it.
I have a question.
Yes. Moved and seconded. Question, yes.
I'm trying to understand what we're doing here and why we need to do this, because I'm concerned about the dollar amount and what we're kind of, I guess, acquiescing to. Where's this coming from?
Actually, just since Public Works does a number of stuff, especially with our housing projects, a new roof or home repair or minor building projects, it's just the administrative task of having to file resolutions for all those. When they're all bid, the Public Works has the expertise to oversee this. It's really just to lower the administrative burden of Public Works. They will produce a list quarterly of all the projects done under this policy, so the board can track it and watch it. It's really just quite frankly, as I'm sitting there thinking, I would probably suggest for the lead hazard repairs that Public Health does, those are all overseen by people who really know this stuff. Does it really make sense to them to go through all of the process? They have to do that budget, county attorney's, board staff office does. Is it necessary that those all become resolutions to go before the board? Or is it sufficient there just to do a quarterly report on what houses have gotten lead hazard repair? It's strictly a minimize or reduced staff time spent on stuff that it doesn't seem to be necessary.
But as I,
But
you wanna
see if Brett has anything to add.
Brett Van Deelen, Public Works. So the reason for this request is, as John was stated. Specifically, it's on small stuff. So an example is working on the affordable housing piece, working on we need to do surveying of the properties, we need to do geotech, we need to hire an architect to stamp and sign the plans and review the plans that we've had prepared in order to keep things moving and not send, $5,000, $8,000, $12,000 agreements to the board, and then furthering that down to some of our housing programs with aging in place that's coming forward. And is every time we do an agreement, do all those agreements need to come before the board? And so this allows that to be memorialized, that we're not bringing every emergency home repair project, every weatherization project that we bid before the board. We haven't been doing that, and some of it is through the conversation as me taking over as director, like what needs to come before the board, what doesn't, and there some conflicting information, came in what our past practices were, and so this is I made the request through conversation with the county attorney's office about, hey, what's our dollar amount? What are we allowed to sign? So tree service, we're trying to take some trees down on these houses, on these lots we're gonna do the affordable housing on. It's a couple $1,000s, some of them are a little more or less on the different properties. Do we need to bring every one of those to the Board of Supervisors to approve? And my request was, I want to do what I need to do to make it correct, but I don't want to burden my staff with having to put together a whole bunch of resolutions for a couple $1,000s for tree service on a lot, or to hire a surveyor to come for $1,000 and come survey a property or do some survey work for us. So that's the idea behind it. There's nothing, there's no hidden agenda or anything on it. It's to keep things and projects moving forward, and keep the administrative. We don't want to overload the Board of Supervisors with agenda items that, in my estimation, are daily, weekly task or processes.
And I understand that, and I certainly don't. I'm not throwing any shade on you, but what I'm trying to say is there really is a dollar amount, and no, I don't think we need to approve $1,000 worth of tree work, but I think when you get up into the $50,000 range, you're spending a lot of money, and we're elected to watch those dollars and cents, and it has not always, it has not always been a smooth process, and this has not always been a governed process in the past, with appropriate hiring, bidding, and awarding of contracts in the past. And I think that given the nature of the work here and the dollar amount that we're talking about, I think certainly having a $10,000 or even $15,000 amount is appropriate. But I see a lot of projects that are going to be in that $50,000 range that I think we should know about, and I think we should be approving. I think that's what we were elected to do. So I have a problem with this policy as drafted, and it came out at the 11th hour. We got it last night. I looked at it, and I just think that one of the things that we're expected to do is to look at these projects individually. If there's a dollar amount that's appropriate, that I think, if 75% of the projects are under $15,000, that's fine, but the projects that are in this upper range, I think we need to be approving.
So your issue, Matt, is just the dollar amount?
Yeah,
Not
I
the
think,
concept.
I think the nickel and dime stuff that's $1,000 or $2,000 or up to $5,000, $10,000, you don't need to do a resolution on every one of those. But I think, as I view it, they're still going through the whole process of getting county attorney to review it. The contracts are being awarded, they're being bid, everything's happening according. So all that really we're doing is putting our stamp on it and saying, yes, we've looked at this and we approve this dollar amount, and 99.9% of the time it goes out without opposition. So I don't understand why we're trying to cut the last step out of the process, and that's the most important from my standpoint, is as an elected official that has to watch the dollars.
For the, one question for you, John or Brett, one of the two, is the county attorney's office still reviews all these, right?
Correct.
So the contracts are all reviewed with the county attorney's office. It has to be budgeted for, so it's within the budget parameters. And as you said, Supervisor LaCoy, 99.9%, you approve of them. That's why we added, that was my addition, to add the quarterly reports. You get a quarterly report, so you can,
Right.
so it's transparent and there's accountability for it.
That was my question for you. It was about from a budget standpoint, Brett. How do you look ahead in a budget year as far as like having enough money in your budget, say for emergency repair, when you don't really know how many emergency repair calls you're going to get? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, we're using past practice on that, and, you know, we don't control that need, right, when the calls come in, and we budget the money that we have. If we would ever run out, it would be.
Because that's
you know,
never happened that I recall.
No, I don't believe so either. In the, what it was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, you know, gave us some additional funds so that has allowed us to, you know, we've improved, expanded the parameters of the program, and it's
Right.
allowed us to
Yeah.
absorb that.
Yeah.
Curious how we came up with the $50,000 number. Is that a,
So I did some research on it, reached out to surrounding communities, West Des Moines, Ankeny, to find out what their limits are. Also then to line up with our procurement process that, you know, the micro, and then over 10 to 50 is that number. For us, most all of them are gonna be in that, you know, I'll say 20,000 and under. And we just went with 50 because that's part of the, you know, what has to get competitive quotes, and it's all got to be documented. And you know, this is for me to memorialize or formalize our processes to make sure that we're following the steps. And according to the county attorney's office, needed a resolution from the board to, you know, to grant us the authority instead of just, you know, signing something without the approval of the
right,
board.
so there's, no, I get that, but there's nothing, I mean, this $50,000 number came up objectively, and,
It did.
so is there anything magic about it though? I mean, would 35,000 be better, or?
There's not. I mean, until we get into it and see what we're doing, the
See,
bigger.
it's got a time limit on it, so we're kind of
Yeah.
seeing how it works, right?
Correct.
Did any of the other local governments allow spending up to $50,000 without approval
Yes.
by the?
So they had, so they have the policies in place for each of those communities that I referenced where up to a certain dollar amount, they're just allowed to spend it without any, following their procedures, but not any specific sign off. And then certain dollar amount required city manager, review and sign off from the department head. And then the above, I think one of the communities was $40,000. I believe the other two were 50 as that threshold before they had to go to city council, as long as there were budgeted funds and had review from over a certain dollar amount from the city manager's office.
Well, there is a time limit on this, as I mentioned, and so I suppose at the end of that time limit was June or something like that, it ends, so
Correct.
you can take a look at it and see if it works or not. I mean, it's been previously noted here, but I'm not gonna be here next year anyway, so, maybe I don't care much, but but it seems like if there's a time limit on it, you can make a decision on whether it works or not, works well or not, and by June, then I think we'll know by then, so I think I'd be supportive of the resolution as it stands.
Thanks.
Yeah, the expiration is July 1st of '25,
Correct.
so it will follow the rest of this budget and would have to be voted on again July 1st to affect
That's correct. This was a
the next budget. So this-
6-month, basically, trial period, see how it goes, and then it had to be re-upped before to continue it beyond July 1st, we'd have to re-up it before the end of the fiscal year.
Well, I'd just say,
John?
on the record, we've had problems in the past, and I think this is inviting more problems in the future, and I'll be a no on this.
Angela?
Yes. What, are you anticipating other departments to follow suit?
I'm sorry? Am I-
Are you anticipating other departments to follow suit?
Well, I think we look at, I think this is a trial period. There may be other departments that it could be a different threshold, dollar threshold based on the department's work. Like I mentioned, the lead home repair, I mean, that could be another candidate for something like this.
I mean, you could take this to civil lawsuits. We could be settling legal matters without approval from the board up to $50,000.
Yeah, and I've heard no discussion of having civil lawsuits fall into this policy, and you guys would obviously have a vote on that, but there's been no discussion of that.
And I don't know Supervisor McCoy's accusation about we've had, you know, other issues in the past on bids. I don't know what he's talking about. I could be, I don't know. But I'm okay trying it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Well, I just direct you to the underground company, Angela. I think you'll see plenty of inappropriate uses of approvals that went through prior to my coming on the board that were just approved for all kinds of things and miscellaneous explanations of how the money was spent. So I would just direct you to that.
Okay, thanks, Brett. My suggestion would be, John, is that this be a trial period for this only and not to look into, can we do this with other departments until July 1st? That's my thought. And as with Supervisor Brown.
Where are we in the process? Has it been moved and seconded?
It's moved and seconded.
We need a second.
Need a second.
Who moved it?
You-
I did.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
McCoy?
No.
Brownell? Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes, motion carries. On to communications.
Number 32, notice of appraisement of damages and time for appeal in the matter of condemnation of certain rights in land for the 2026 Neighborhood Sidewalk Project. And number 33, notice of appraisement of damages and time for appeal in the matter of the condemnation of certain rights in land for the East University Avenue Improvement Project.
Refer those to the treasurer and county attorney, please.
Number 34, City Development Board notice of City of Ankeny voluntary annexation, including non-consenting owners within the urbanized area of the City of Alaman. And number 35, notice of consultation between the City of Johnston, State of Iowa, and all affected tax entities concerning proposed amendment to the Johnston East Central TIF Urban Renewal Plan.
Refer to Public Works and county attorney. Budget actions.
None.
Memorandum of appointments.
I'll move the appointment list.
A second, I think.
Moved and seconded. Discussion, comments? Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Oh,
I was gonna say, and Julianne is here, our new, she's on your MOA, our new public health director, wanted to recognize her.
Welcome.
now roll call.
Yes.
Brownell? Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes. Board staff tomorrow?
We don't have a board staff tomorrow. Next Wednesday, we have a board staff that will be on Global Neighbors and the ARPA water quality projects. So Jonathan Swanson and Mock will be here a week from tomorrow for Global Neighbors. And then one other thing, Steve, I know we've circulated to all of you, this is primarily for Tom and Matt and Angela. If you have any additional boards or commissions that you want to be on, there are certainly slots available. Thank Bob and Steve for continuing to be engaged on serving on some boards and commissions going forward as community members, so appreciate that. But tomorrow we have orientation for our 2 new supervisors, so we'll share the list of boards and commissions with them tomorrow as well, so they can think about what they want to be on. So if you have any additional ones, please let us know today.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
Move adjourned, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
McCoy?
Yes.
Brownell?
Yes.
Hawkinsmith?
Yes.
Connolly?
Yes.
Van Ort?
Yes.